Fox News alert, Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, has just been bounced.
On this vote, the yeas are 216, the nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
As of right now, no one is in charge of Congress. 8 Republicans, angry at Kevin McCarthy, sided with all House Democrats and chopped off his head. Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz from Florida, the ringleader, if you remember, made McCarthy promise to cut spending and vote on clean budgets instead of force-feeding members massive, all-in-one, 17,000-page, pork-filled monstrosities that nobody reads 5 strokes before midnight to prevent a shutdown. McCarthy promised he wouldn't pull the stunt anymore, and in exchange, Gaetz got a very special power. One member of the majority at any time can call for the ouster of the Speaker. McCarthy said okay, and he got the gavel. Now it's a he said over who broke their promises. We have no idea. And we're back to record spending on bills written by lobbyists that you have to vote for in the middle of the night in a cliffhanger or the troops don't get paid. McCarthy says that's not his fault. Gaetz says it is. Now, we're not doing this anymore, he says, and went for McCarthy's throat.
It's the benefit of this country that we have a better Speaker of the House than Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy couldn't keep his word. He made an agreement in January regarding the way Washington would work, and he violated that agreement. We are $33 trillion in debt. We are facing $2.2 trillion annual deficits. We face a de-dollarization globally that will crush Americans, working-class Americans. Kevin McCarthy is a feature of the swamp. He has risen to power by collecting special interest money and redistributing that money in exchange for favors. We are breaking the fever now, and we should elect a speaker who's better.
McCarthy says Gaetz just hates him. It's not about policy, it's all personal.
You all know Matt Gaetz. You know it was personal. It had nothing to do about spending. It had nothing to do about everything he accused somebody of he was doing. It all was about getting attention from you. That's not becoming of a member of Congress. And regardless of what you think, I've seen the text. It was all about his ethics. But that's all right.
Gaetz is under investigation by House Ethics and believes McCarthy didn't really have his back. Now, McCarthy says, I didn't have anything to do with the ethics deal. So who knows what's true? All we know is that primetime producers watched Republican congressmen argue with each other all afternoon.
Think long and hard before you plunge us into chaos, because that's where we're headed if we vacate the speakership.
Chaos is Speaker McCarthy. Chaos is somebody who we cannot trust with their word.
Kevin McCarthy is a champion for the American dream, and he's proved it as our speaker.
We need a speaker who will fight for something, anything, besides just staying or becoming speaker.
Under Speaker McCarthy's leadership, our House Republican majority has actually defied all odds and overperformed expectations again and again and again.
If this House of Representatives has exceeded all expectations, then we definitely need higher expectations.
Republicans only have a 4-seat majority in the House. They have to stick together. If they don't, the Democrats divide and conquer. So what happened today? 210 Republicans backed McCarthy for Speaker, and 208 Democrats joined forces with just 8 Republicans to oust McCarthy. 8 Republicans have more power than over 200 of the rest of the Republicans. And they used that power to kill their leader today. McCarthy says 8 Republicans just handed the House over to Democrats.
What about these Republicans who are opposed to you? I mean, what has gone on here? What do you think is their thinking? And
these are the same ones who opposed me before, and so they're turning the floor over to the Democrats.
So Congress has 45 days to pass a budget or the government shuts down. But they can't pass anything until they vote on a new speaker.
to your colleagues who argue you don't have another name right now. You don't have someone else who could get 218 votes. What do you tell those?
Well, I would tell them that for certain Kevin McCarthy can't get 218 votes, so let's try the next person.
Congressman, at this point,
will you be putting yourself forward for the speakership?
Absolutely not. I have no desire to be Speaker of the House.
So Matt Gaetz doesn't want to be Speaker, and he has no idea who else should be Speaker. He just knows Kevin McCarthy shouldn't be Speaker. And why would anybody want to be Speaker if one guy has the power to throw you overboard? The Democrats are laughing at the Republicans now. The Republicans just dethroned their best fundraiser and throttled the impeachment inquiry. So, what's going to happen this week? Nothing. Now, that could be good. We don't know. But there's a lot going on in the country. Crime, the border, stock market today took a bath. And the Republicans aren't going to vote for the new Speaker until next Wednesday. So we won't really know if this was all worth it until November. If they can get clean spending bills that don't break the bank, that's great. But if they can't, and we get another ish sandwich forced down our throats without any idea what's in it, just to keep the government open and rack up more debt, then this was just a big waste of time.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.